All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Michael Kennedy presiding.
Thank you. Be seated, please. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are in the Magistrate's Division, the Bonneville County District Court. This is called an arraignment hearing. The purpose is to see that you are advised of allegations that have been filed against you, as well as your rights, and then we'll find out how you'd like to proceed if you have your rights. The first case we'll take up is State of Idaho versus Jameion K. Hernandez. Are you Jameion K. Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, can you see and hear me okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is what we call an initial appearance arraignment. Mr. Danny Clark is here on behalf of the state. Counsel, are you representing him already?
Well, Your Honor, we anticipate my office being appointed. I don't know if Mr. Hernandez has made a request. We did reach out to him earlier and anticipate him making a request for appointed counsel and that being granted. So I just wanted to be here to make sure that he knows he's represented and make sure that I was aware of today's proceedings and what happened.
Mr. Hernandez, Jordan Crane with the Bonneville County Public Defender's Office is here on your behalf at this time.
Thank you.
So let's begin the business of your hearing. Have you received a copy of the criminal complaint?
Yes, sir.
Have you had time to read it over?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
The charge, in case you are confused or have any questions, is murder in the first degree. And unless you tell me otherwise, I will read it specifically with you. But if you think you understand it and would waive or give up the right to reading, then we won't read it.
I'm terribly sorry, Your Honor. Would you repeat that last little bit?
Would you like me to specifically read the complaint to you?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
You feel you understand it sufficiently?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you see a video pertaining to rights and laws before you were brought into this hearing this afternoon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because of the nature of the charge and the possibility of a death penalty, no bond is allowed at this time. I know it. It's not mandated that a bond be issued in a case like this, but it's discretionary, so at this time no bond is allowed. The next order of business, Mr. Hernandez, is to inform you that your case will be set for what is called a preliminary hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you are in custody, that must be heard within 14 days. The purpose of that hearing is to find out whether or not the state of Idaho can prove that you probably committed the offense alleged in the complaint. If they succeed in doing that, your case is then transferred to district court for further proceedings. If they fail to do that, it's dismissed in magistrate. You will be there with your attorney. You will have a right to question and cross-examine witnesses called against you, and you may put on a defense if you wish. That will be the preliminary hearing. We'll set that automatically at this time. Mr. Hernandez, do you have any questions about your case at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Crane, did you have any comments or business you'd like to present at this time?
Your Honor, just if we could have the court formally appoint my office, there's probably an order in the file. If we have the court do that.
There is, I have it. I was just beginning to look at it. Mr. Hernandez, I have your application for the public defender in front front of me right here. Is everything on here true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge, Your Honor.
I'll look at it at this time. Based upon the contents of your application and federal and state rules and laws, you qualify. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. King, thank you for being here tonight. Mr. Clark, are there any comments or matters of business you'd like to raise at this time?
Is the court going to announce the preliminary hearing date at this point?
Do we
The
have a
court
date?
will.
August 12th, or August 2nd at 1:30 before Judge Gaucher. August 2nd at 1:30 before Judge Gaucher. Now, there's one other item of business, and that is the court is issuing 2 no-contact orders pursuant to Bonneville County protocol. Each one is for 3 years. It can be modified. There'll be a hearing within 14 days to address the issue of the no-contact order. And notice will be given of the exact date of that. Anything further from either counsel?
Not from me, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, we've finished the business of your hearing this afternoon. At this time, you will return back to custody and your hearing is complete.
Yes, Your Honor.
This morning we charged Jameion Hernandez with murder in the first degree. That carries a potential sentence of death or life in prison with a 10-year mandatory minimum, as well as a $50,000 fine. At this time, we've made no decision regarding the death penalty. It's simply too early on in the case to do that. We'll review the facts and the information over the coming weeks in order to make that determination. At this time, his preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 2nd at 1:30. I would anticipate that hearing not proceeding on that day, just based upon the nature of the case, but that at this point, that'll be his next hearing. Judge issued a no-contact order that would be in favor of some of the witnesses on the case to prohibit him from having any contact with them.
And there were 2 no-contact orders, is that correct? Okay. And there's no bond as well?
No bond. That's based upon the charge. The defendant's not entitled to bond for a potential death penalty case. For example, if we were to choose not to file a death penalty, then he would be entitled to bond at that point, and that issue will be dealt with then. At this point, I appreciate the public's patience with regard to the identification of the deceased. I'm fairly confident at this point we can identify her as Lisa Stuckey, but given the condition of the body and the DNA testing that needs to take place, that confirmation will take some time. That being said, there were some indications on the body regarding medical procedures and things of that nature that helped us identify the body sufficiently for this at this point. That's the best I can say on that.